All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Waiting. 56, right there. 5-7. Yeah. You don't want none. Watch the ship. Sunday. Topper. Check 4. Man 5-7. SOS.
Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall. And the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense, but the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Luck, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So, line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And able to get this one across the 40. Before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. First down.
Now a handoff looking right. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wentz going to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Bryce Love getting his inaugural NFL carry. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Ready?
From the gun, here's Love. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To the air again, Locke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position. That's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Back to throw. Love. Open man here. Sims complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 14-yard line.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On the ready. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Go. Go.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Hopkins' kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 38.
On 2nd and inches. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll hit Jackson complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From the red zone now, Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Check 3. Kill. Goal. Hey, turn it up. General West. Switch gears.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Locke. And he finds McLaurin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. On first down, it's Locke. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets it down to the 32.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
They'll run with Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, and this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 27, Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Love. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Love. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Luck now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. Hauling it in, Nelson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Wentz. Escaping the press. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. into a double team, and it's intercepted. And I think the ball's out. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Switch it, come here, switch it. Shoot! Tyson. Big ass.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, my 7.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Toward the pylon, caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Luck on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on third down, Luck. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Luck. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slade. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 17 yards and a first down for Phillip.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that's complete. It's Sims. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. To throw his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Philadelphia, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.